Hi, I'm Karen B., and I'm a licensed vocational nurse at St. Mary's Medical Center in San Francisco. And I'm a proud member of SEIU, and this is Keeping It Real.
Keeping It Real, covering the growing movement among members of the Service Employees International Union for real democracy, real growth, and real justice.
Welcome to Keeping It Real, a production by rank and file members of SEIU, United Healthcare Workers West. This is our third broadcast from beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico, where today the 2008 SEIU International Convention officially began. So enthusiastic UHW delegates arrived ready to build a member-led union that we all can be proud of. It was an exciting day with members coming together to celebrate our common goals of building a stronger, worker-led movement to help change our own lives and the lives of others. The reform movement within SEIU is growing daily, with proposals to increase member democracy, strengthen our member power, and to grow our union.
The union trained us to be fighters, to always stand up for what we believe, and that's what we're doing.
I'm new, I'm brand new member, I'm brand new delegate, and I feel like, we have a lot of struggles internally. We need to stand together and, and take it back our union.
Let's work together to make it a better union.
SEIU President Andy Stern came out to a thunderous applause. His speech dealt with common values we all share, the desire to win, to improve our lives, and to build a better and stronger labor movement.
A union that at the top was once a little male and pale is now the most inclusive, the most diverse, and as a result, the most aggressive, the most effective fighter for justice our countries have ever seen. That's why we built this diversity, to win for our members.
SEIU members are united in pursuing these goals, but we don't all agree on how to get there.
In a union as complex and rapidly expanding as SEIU, we must decentralize our decision-making even more. Decisions once made by international leaders need to be made by our union's industry leaders, from local unions, closest to where the members work.
Decentralization? Okay, Andy, whatever you say. Many SEIU members voiced concern about President Stern's plan, and some of them spoke with our interview teams.
They're centralizing everything, and they're taking away rank and file members' rights as far as bargaining, as far as making our own decisions in our own workplace, where they're not even there that's seeing what we got to do.
Power begins with the stewards and the rank and file workers. Taking control of bargaining from the hands of the workers is a bad idea. It leaves the door open for backdoor deals when the union goes in and makes deals with the employers without the employees there.
Many delegates came to the convention with a dream to build a stronger, worker-led movement, but were surprised by some of the proposals in President Stern's speech.
I never dreamed that SEIU would be a top leadership down. I never dreamed that they would take voices from rank and file members. I never dreamed that they would take members from the bargaining table.
I never dreamed that SEIU would try to take away our voice, try and separate us, and try and divide us. We need to be together. We're all sisters and brothers here. We all need to stay together.
I never dreamed that I'd come to an SEIU convention where there were actually riot police guarding the convention center. It's pretty amazing. The highest security I've ever seen. And, it just really begs the question, what are they afraid of?
In late-breaking news, some of the main elements of Stern's Justice for All plan were passed at the end of today's session. First was Resolution 308, which includes a broad expansion of Stern's power to manage employer relations without member oversight. Next, Resolution 316 passed. It gives to international leadership broad new powers over the organizing budgets of local unions. Finally, Resolution 205A was passed, which centralizes international control of the organizing program. SEIU member Tony Adukis spoke out in opposition.
We in UHW have always had members participate on our bargaining team, and we believe many other locals have that same experience. And we, through this new structure proposed through 205, do not believe that that will be the outcome.
The entire scope of bargaining is the right of the local union.
If you look at the ratio of 75 primary decision makers at the highest level of our union and divide that by the 2 million members that we have, you're talking about a percentage of probably around 5/1000ths of 1% who are going to be making momentous decisions over the next 4 years for us.
And I just think this is another consolidation of power that would result in, at the local level, less flexibility for us as thinking members.
I don't understand what the fear is of making sure that there's rank and file members leveled at every level of discussion. What's the fear?
When Rank and File member Maya Morris introduced the amendment that would allow members to be a part of bargaining, top SEIU officials spoke out against it, and the convention delegates defeated the amendment.
Let me say I support wholeheartedly the principles of winning justice for working people everywhere. I support growing our union through nationally coordinated campaigns and strategies. And I believe the best way to do this is by building a strong, member-driven union rooted in the principles of democracy and worker self-determination. Unfortunately, these proposals do not guarantee democratic decision-making, and they do not guarantee the right of rank and file members to participate at every level of contract negotiations. In fact, rank and file members are excluded at the highest level of contract negotiations and replaced with boards of appointed leaders and staff, mostly from Washington, D.C., rather than from the local unions affected by the decisions being made. The message being sent is that rank and file members aren't trusted to make the right decision on behalf of all workers. Yet rank and file members should trust these appointed boards to make the right decisions on behalf of us without any system of accountability to the members. Ironically, these proposals turn democracy and worker empowerment on its head. Therefore, I move to reject the proposal as it is, and I move to amend the proposal to include a set of principles, policies, and programs that guarantee the right of elected rank and file members to participate at every level of contract negotiations. Thank you.
As you can see, the convention is heating up already. Today we heard a lot of speeches from the floor, and yesterday our correspondent Lisa Tomasian caught up with Vicki Hederman from SEIU Nevada.
Thanks, Karen. We're here today with two very important guests. We have Ed Perez from Local 1000, and we also have Vicki Hederman from Local 1107 in Nevada.
Yes.
Thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Lisa.
That's great. So Vicki, you said that you've been to other conventions. How has your experience been from the beginning to this convention current?
Oh, well, let me tell you, I've learned a lot. I've been to 3. I will tell you, my first time I was a newbie and trustworthy and believed everything that was told to me. And when I checked in to my room that first time, there was a message on my machine to tell me to call this number and go to this certain room. And when I walked in the room, it was international staff, and they handed me a canned speech and said, this is what you're going to get up and speak about at the convention floor. And I was happy to do it. I was excited. I was gung-ho, and I was here, and I was being able to say something that we believed in. So yesterday, in the division meetings, when the Justice for All and some of the division stuff that we were doing, I had an epiphany when I watched people going up and I saw that they had the same kind of speeches, that I'm sure that they were solicited and said, this is what we want you to say. And knowing what I know now, it's concerning to me because I think we want to believe so badly that we're all doing this for the right reasons, and we're not. We're losing our voice, and it's not good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
How other people that are watching this that are hearing the same theme, how can they get in contact or find out about SMART? Ed?
Sure. The best way would be to visit the SMART website, which is reformseiu.org. It's a wealth of information. You'll get to learn about SMART, what the platform is for reforming SEIU from within, and obviously contact information. And also, one of the things I like about the SMART website is you see actual faces of reform activists. And I hope to see Vicky's face there next. Mine's there, but we need to really bring in new people. That's what's going to keep this reform movement alive and going. So I encourage everybody to visit reformseiu.org.
Ed Perez, thank you
Lisa,
very much for
thank you.
being on the show today.
Appreciate
It's
it.
been a great interview. And Vicki Hederman, thank you
Lisa.
very much for this interview.
Thank
It's
you.
been wonderful having you here on Keeping It Real. This has been Lisa Tomasian at Keeping It Real. Karen, back to you.
Thanks, Lisa. And one footnote to the interview, which was shot yesterday, SMART member Ed Perez was seated as a delegate today. He was initially denied his credentials. That's it for our report from the SEIU Convention today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and I'm your host, Karen B., and this is Keeping It Real.